So Joey is in. So let's bring
I
Joey
agree.
from
All right.
in. Here we go.
Let's talk turkey. What's
Brilliant.
up?
Hi.
Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been like, how long has it been?
Like 2 months.
Oh yeah, that's a long time. That's like a really long time.
It sort of is a long time actually for me to see you.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Yeah. I go to see Vrsty a lot. What do you want from me? Hey, by the way, where's my Vrsty cult at? Where are you at?
Oh, let's go. Yeah, boy.
I've got one too.
Yes, we got two.
Yes, come on. Where's my Vrsty cult at? Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about what's going on with your band. Let's get everyone up to speed.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
I want to know all about the tour that you just announced yesterday. I want to know when we're going to get brand new music. I want to know when we're going to get. I mean, I can go down the list.
She's
you
very
want to go one at a
demanding.
time?
Yeah. Let's do it one at a time. So that I don't.
Let's do that. All right, talk to me about the tour. Let's talk about the tour you announced.
Yeah, so we're going on tour with Outline and Color in I think it starts in April. I think the 28th or something like that. I have no idea because I don't pay attention to tour dates or anything like that. I just always want to leave, but I never pay attention to where I'm going.
Okay.
Which it's kind of sick though, because we've wanted to tour with Outline and Color for a while, but just I don't know why it never happened, and now finally it is. So I'm like, this is sick. Like we're finally gonna do this.
Yeah, you're kicking it off in Nashville on the 28th of April.
Yeah, because that's a great lineup. It's Discrepancies, Vrsty, and Outline and Color.
Yeah. Discrepancies is sick. That's another like really, really good band. I only recently started listening to them maybe like 2 months ago or something like that, and then I found out they were on the tour, and I'm like, wow, this is a good lineup.
So have you ever toured with any of them before?
No, we've played shows with Outline and Color before, like festivals and like just one-off shows and things like that. So we're friends with those dudes, but we've never toured with any of these guys before in both bands.
Okay, wow. All right, well, because you're kicking it off in Nashville on the 28th, and you're going Chicago, Michigan, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. It's sort of more like a Midwest Eastern thing. Baltimore, New York City, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, ending back in Memphis. Interesting. So Tennessee to Tennessee.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that until you said that just right now.
That's news to him.
I love touring, but something about knowing every detail about touring is like just kind of annoying to me. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna go and just have fun with it. I'll hop in the van and
you just show up and do your thing, man. You know.
Yeah, I like to be surprised. You know, like here's a funny thing. My sound guy, Andrew, before every show, he looks up the venue because he wants to know, like, you know, what equipment they have or what the venue looks like. And he always tries to show me the venues, and I never want to know. I like being surprised when I walk into venues because a lot of these places are new to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then here's a question for you. What was one of the best surprises that you had when you went into a venue?
I think it was the Epic Center on the Non-Point run. Where was that at? I have no idea what state that was in.
Okay.
The venue was called the Epic Center, though. I think it was in Milwaukee, actually. Or Wisconsin. I don't even know where it was at. But I remember walking into the venue and just thinking, it'd be like mid-sized venue, whatever. I don't know what the hell to expect. I also didn't know. I knew of Non-Point because I'm like a huge fan, but I didn't know those dudes, so I had no idea what to expect. And we walked into this gigantic venue. And I think that was the first time I ever got scared of playing a show.
Wow.
I would imagine. Okay.
Yeah. That was like the very first time I got on stage, and like for some strange reason, it was like empty. And I was like, all right, there'll be like a couple of people here. And then by the time it was time for me to walk on stage, the place was packed, and I like started like visibly shaking.
So wait, this is supposed to be was this the part of the good surprise then?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a good surprise.
Well, that's what makes it so good is when that first note cracks off and then all that shit goes away and it's just pure adrenaline.
Yeah. It's nice when I play shows and like I get nervous. Most times I don't really get too nervous because I have like a way that I like a little set thing that I do before shows and everything like that. But that show specifically, it kind of all went out the window the moment I saw the crowd.
Wow. Okay. And so then what was your worst surprise at a venue?
Worst surprise. Let's see. I don't think I've had one yet.
That's good.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, but we'll see if we can make that happen. I'm going to
All
be
right.
at a few of these tour dates, so let's see if we
Yeah.
can. Make that.
Yeah, I think we've been really lucky. We haven't had like bad shows, anything like that. I know it's gonna happen.
What makes a great venue for you or a good experience, other than like that super large crowd, like you said, like that's for sure, but just strictly on the venue?
I usually, so I'm not really too picky. I like venues that like the staff is friendly, because there has been some venues that we played where like just everyone was like, they definitely didn't want us there. Like they didn't want to be working that day, but they were like, whatever.
Oh wow.
And like places that have like good sound, because we run a lot of like, like in-house stuff, and like some venues still don't have like good sound equipment and things, like the smaller venues. So it's weird.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that. We talked about the tour. Let's talk about some new music.
Yeah.
So you put out
Jerry.
Welcome Home. You put out Welcome Home 2, which was in Spanish, right? And then Welcome Home 3 had 4 tracks on it, right? 4.
There was
tracks on it.
3 tracks. No,
3 tracks. I'm
yeah.
sorry, 3 tracks on it. When are we going to get a new album from Vrsty?
So we're working on it. I don't know if it's gonna be an album. I kind of don't want to put out a record. I just don't think. I don't think that's the move right now. Anyway, but we have like 15 or 16 brand new songs. We just have no idea when we're gonna start putting them out. I know we're gonna start filming some things next week, but I have no idea when we're gonna put them out. Hopefully soon.
What's your take on why not the whole album out right now? Why is that not the move?
Honestly speaking, for us, I don't think we're big enough to where people want an album from us. Like I know there are some people who do, but we're still such a young band, and like we're still so small that I'm like, we don't have fans that are just like, oh my God, I can't wait for Vrsty to put out an album. Most of our fans are just like, oh, I can't wait for them to put out new music. And I don't want to give someone something that it's just, here's a bunch of songs, you'll listen to it for a week, and then you forget about it instantly because someone else puts out a record the very next week or something like that. I just think singles would be better, and it's just kind of more spread out, and it'll keep us in front of people for a longer period of time.
Yeah, that's like the general consensus of everybody we talk to nowadays.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, when you do it that way, if you just drop single, does anybody, I've looked around to try to answer this question, but like, do you then go back and put and stitch all those songs together and then like release it as the album, even if it's just digital, or no?
Maybe.
I'm just old, I guess, and I still want the damn album.
I would I would think so. I love albums. I think there's something about buying albums like before, where like you would buy a CD and just opening the CD and going through the booklet and reading all the lyrics and all that stuff. That was the best, but that's not really a thing these days.
I know.
I would hope that maybe towards the end of this we can package it all as a record, but I honestly don't know, because even now these songs are done, and I'm recording more songs at the end of the month for whatever comes after that. So I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of
just go.
just
I'm
just kind of going with it,
Yeah.
Joey just keeps recording music,
that's all you can do.
I'm still a lyrics person. So
yeah.
my advice to anybody is, if you're using whoever you're using to distribute your music, make sure you put the lyrics in there, because I love it that I can go to Spotify now and pick a song and open up the lyrics and just kind of follow along and understand the song a little bit better, because I can hear it all day long, but until I actually can see it and read it and feel it while I'm reading it, it makes a whole different connection with the song for me. So
no, you're absolutely right. I know a bunch of people who are like that. Like I know people who have gotten into our music and they were like, oh, I like these songs. And then when they read the lyrics, they were like, actually, I love these songs because now I feel more connected to the song than I did before.
Yeah. Spotify's has gotten pretty good about like linking to merch, linking to stuff that fans can buy, putting out show dates, like, right there where your music's at. It's like, oh, hey, here they are, by the way, which I think is phenomenal, right? To just get that more connected experience. But like for me, like I say, when single, then I would love to be able to go back, and even if it's, it's all the same songs, not anything different, and just have the album there with all the artwork and and the lyrics like Kevin's talking about.
Yeah.
That's just the throwback, you know?
I mean, we might still do that. I haven't quite figured it out yet. When I started for Welcome Home, I kind of knew I wanted to do an album. And so I went into the studio and I was like, all right, we're going to write these songs, going to put out an album, everything else. But I think with this stuff, I was just like in a completely different headspace. So I have no plans for like any of it. I just wrote a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Agreed. I think everybody's
just right what's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the plan seems to be working. You guys have been killing it with your music, and you're killing it with your fans too. I mean, Varsity Cult has been growing. The cult is growing. I've got to ask you, what is your favorite part about your fan base?
I like how friendly everyone is. Like, I have yet to feel like an artist with like anyone in that group. Like, I know most people have like fan bases and they interact with their fans like, you know, a fan and an artist would, but I have yet to do that. I talk to everyone like if I've known them forever, and it's like the nicest thing. I never feel weird or pressured or anything. Everyone's just like super chill.
Yeah, most of us are, except when we all come in there like a group of 50, we're like, hey, we're here.
But even that I don't mind, because like you guys, like when you guys come to shows, I'm usually like super excited for it. Because I'm like, oh, I know people at a show.
Right, talking of cult,
I feel comfortable on. Yeah.
Huh?
And talking of shows, there's a big calling for Varsity over here. There's loads of people. I wear this out to shows in the UK, man. They're like, oh my God, you like Varsity? Like, when are you coming over?
Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest. We've gotten a few offers already. The only reason why we haven't gone over yet is because the offers, I don't feel like they've been solid enough. Like they were good offers, but they weren't smart offers. Like it was one of those things where it's like, okay, we'll go over and we'll play shows, but we're gonna be in like a major deficit if we do it now or on that tour, and then we're just gonna be in the hole coming back. So that's mainly the reason why we haven't gone yet. But we've gotten actually quite a few offers already.
I find that's sort of the same too. Whenever I'm over there and I'm asking the UK bands, when are you coming to the States? And like, well, we've had offers, but it's not one that makes financial sense.
Yeah, it's weird because I never thought of like the financials of a band until we started actually doing things, and now I literally think of every possible thing.
You're right. I mean, even just like a spare tire, like you break down, that's an expense. You know,
I don't even want to talk about that.
Well, okay, but seriously, like flights are expensive. You've got to fly all of you over there. You got to get your gear over there. Then you got to take whoever else you're going to take with you. You need a driver. You need all these other things. That adds up really, really quick. And so if the tour is only a week, sort of what's the point? Because you're not going to make enough money to even cover it. Come out and break out even. Yeah,
it gets really expensive. I actually broke down like some of the offers we've gotten, and with just flights alone and renting a vehicle over there, it's already like, all right, we're like $30,000 in the hole already. So I have no idea what we're doing here.
You kind of need to hit the entirety of Europe to make it make sense, really.
Yeah. Once I know, once we get like a longer tour, and with like I guess a more established like European band, then we'll be like, yeah, we're hopping on that like immediately.
Okay. Well, I hope that happens soon. I want to catch a flight over there and see Varsity overseas.
Yeah, but you're like always
hang out.
I mean,
there, so
it's just a matter of where the hell she's catching a flight to. It doesn't matter.
Right.
At some point, she's at the airport flying out.
She goes everywhere. So
I do. Yeah, I do.
She's 2 trips away from dual citizenship. So.
You know, who knows? It's possible. So Varsity, hurry up and get over to the UK. That way I can catch a flight and go see you there.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna do it just for you now.
With you. Okay.
There you go. We're gonna be poor together. That's teamwork right there.
I have to ask you. So I know that you said that you were getting ready to film some stuff. Can you give us any kind of timeline on when we might get a new single from you guys with a video?
Okay. So let me think of this like reasonably. So if we start filming next week, maybe by like possibly before the Outline and Color tour, maybe like a single. So sometime in like April or something like that. Cause it usually takes like once we film, we usually get all of our videos and everything back quick, but it's a matter of setting up like when is a good release window and all that other stuff that I kind of hate, but you know.
Yeah.
But it sort of has to be done, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hate doing it now so much. Like I do all the music and all the videos and everything, and once I have all the assets, I literally tell the label, I was like, well, now it's your, do your job. So I'm gonna go to sleep now and just let me know when this comes out.
All right. Do you have any other tour announcements? I know you probably can't talk about them now, but do you have anything lined up for the summer or even into the fall yet?
We got a couple of things that we're talking to people about. I can't talk about any of them.
No, yeah, no.
One of them is like pretty crazy, and like I don't want to jinx it, but it's like one of like it's like a dream tour of mine that's might happen. I'm like, okay, I don't even want to think about it. So I'm just gonna forget that even happened, and I'm like, hopefully it'll happen.
What's been sort of your biggest fangirl moment? Who's an artist that you've worked with? Oh, one other thing I wanted to ask you before we run out of time. Sorry, you've been doing all these. Stop it, Kevin. I knew there was something else I wanted to ask about, and this whole time I'm like, gosh, what's going on with you? You can't remember. Now I remember. So all these collabs. You just did one with you just did one with Forged in Fire. It's an absolute banger. You teamed up with Patient 67. What's going on with that? And can we expect more from you? Can you tell us anything else about that?
Yeah, I actually just recently did another one with Patient 67, I think last week or something like that. I did a couple other ones. I like working with other people. There are like a bunch of bands who bands always hit me up and they're like, oh, like I want to like work with you or whatever, but I don't know how to go about it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll just do it. Like, don't just ask me and I'll do it. I like helping and I just like singing. So if you give me a good song, I'm gonna sing on it. Like I don't care. That's just but I have a couple of other collabs coming up. Some I can't talk about.
Right.
Yeah, there should be more coming out.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot more coming. And I saw some comments about Vrsty Cult. It is literally just that VRSTY Cult on Facebook. You can find it there. Yeah. You can join and get all things Vrsty. And you can find Joey and Vrsty all over the socials. He posts like every day on Instagram, multiple times a day. So it's pretty easy to keep up with what's going on with Joey and the boys in Vrsty.
Yeah, I'm literally always on the internet. So
you are.
It's part of my job now.
Well, it is.
That's true.
You want to stay relevant. Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta. You can't just be an artist. You have to be a master
every day. Every day.
It's so weird because like I hate social media so much, but it's such like an important part of my job now that I'm like, well, you know what? Whatever. Just
make it your own.
Yeah, just gotta kind of deal with it. And just like, all right, well, while I'm here, I gotta have fun with it, right?
Right. But you're killing it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I will see you the end of next month in New Jersey and Baltimore.
And hit us up when you're ready to come back to Biloxi. We'll bring you in.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I will do that because I'm ready to come back right now. I just want to go back on tour. So
all right, just hit us up. We'll figure it out.
We'll do. Thank you guys.
All right.